Okay, yeah, so once again we have another build for you. I thought it's been a while, but we've been waiting for our parts. Pretty much these are the only new, well, if you want to say new parts, going into the build. Everything else is being reused from my old gaming rig. So what we have is an AMD FX 8320, an 8-core, 3.5 gigahertz, 16 megabytes total cache. There we go. See that? And we have an ASRock 970 Extreme 3 or 2 motherboard. It's a 970 chipset. This motherboard claims to be able to push out 5 times faster LAN speeds, 5 times faster USB speeds, and 5 times faster system speed. I don't know if it's true or not, but we'll have to see. As you can see, it has MDFX 9 series chipset, Windows 8 ready, AMD Crossfire. So, if you look at the back of the board, supposedly these graphs actually mean something. So 5 times faster LAN speeds. I'm not sure. Personally, I don't feel that's possible, but if it gives me 1% faster or something, I don't know. So let's have a look at this now. Sorry. See, it's all black. I would have liked to get something maybe black and red, but then again, I'm not willing to pay so much for an Asus. So, and then we have our VTX 3D Radeon R9 280X. This is already actually in my system, simply because I wanted to use it and I wanted to check that it worked. And it does work very, very well. Although getting it to work with Grand Theft Auto 4 is a bit tricky because you have to like go into properties of the game and stuff and unrestricted. But other than that, Crysis 3 I'm able to play it on high. I get about 30, maybe a little bit less on Ultra. Battlefield 3, because I don't have Battlefield 4, on Ultra obviously. Pretty much every game I have I can play on Ultra now. And as for the FX, well, I'm making a video for you now, so I'm gonna have to render it. This is the main reason I got one of these. So as you can see, it comes with an FX sticker. I love stickers. Stickers are fun. And then take it out. Here you can see the FX 8320. I almost said 8350. And here we have the stock cooler, but we're not actually going to be using it because we're using an aftermarket air cooler. That's all we need out of this box. Put it up there. Now, everything else is being reused. My Corsair CX600, my Cooler Master CM693 case, my 4 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance 1600 megahertz RAM, my 2 Western Digital Blue hard drives, one 500 gigabyte, one terabyte, and my optical drive is also being reused. I'm trying to think of all the parts that go into it. Jesus. Also, I'm reusing the 4 extra USB ports I have in it. I don't think I made a video about that, but yeah, well, you'll see all that. So let's get on with the build. Okay, so this is my PC at the moment. I just have both side panels off. So I'll get them out. Here are both side panels. They're actually quite heavy. Nice big window in it. That's why I like this case. Now, here I have my VTX 3D R9 280X. Any game that I've ever thrown at it, it's handled so far. It looks good as well. I like the copper heat pipes. I got my 4 GB of Corsair Vengeance 1600 megahertz RAM. I really need 8 GB to be honest. Here I have 4 extra USB ports. If you come around this side, 4 extra USB ports. Believe it or not, I actually found that in our shed. Now we have, for the motherboard, we have an Asus F2 A85 MLE. It's about $70 motherboard. I have a 500 GB and a 1 TB hard drive there. We have my Cooler Master Xenon 120V. And behind that is an AMD A8 5600K, which I was using the stock graphics off until I got this about 2 weeks ago. CX600 power supply, and it's all in the Corsair CM 693 case. Now, it just says GTX 3D on the vans, but it is a really nice graphics card, especially because this would be one of the more cheaper options just because of the brand. But there's nothing wrong with it. Plays Crysis 3 on Ultra. I like it. Anyway, I'll take this all apart and I'll come back to you when it's done. Okay, so as you can see, we've taken everything apart. Everything except for the power supply and the hard drives and the optical drive. But I'm going to put in my I/O shield first. Which way are the ports on the motherboard? So it goes in this way. There. Now, one thing I do like, this is it's color coordinated. It just kind of looks a little bit nicer, and it's not just plain metal. It's matte black as well. Okay, so now we have our standoffs in place. So I have nine of them because it's an ATX board, and I'm going to drop the motherboard in now. And I may or may not film it. I probably will, but anyway. So we have my new ASRock motherboard here. I like the foam on the bottom. It's just kind of different to see from what manufacturers. I have to say it's a really nice motherboard, and it has 4 RAM slots, so I can definitely upgrade my RAM. Now there's the I/O. 2 USB 3, 4 USB 2, eSATA, Ethernet, PS2 ports, and we have all 6 of the usual audio. Usually some of them only come with either these 2 or these 3. So okay, so now I'm going to install our FX 8320. I keep almost saying 8350, simply because we were looking at 8350s, a little bit out of our price point. Now, if we just be very careful, especially with these 150. Jeez, I wouldn't want to break this. There it is. Now, one thing I would say, this is with all processors, not just these ones, they're strangely heavy for their size. Now, one thing I do notice about these is they have upturned corners, which I find kind of interesting. So if we do this now, you see here, it's a little triangle. It's going to be very hard for you to see though, especially on camera. You should just be able to make it out. Now the gold corner on the CPU is going to go that way. There we go. That's not going anywhere. Make sure you feel how tight it is, because I've made that mistake before, and when we tried to put the cooler on it, it came out. So make sure that you really push this down. So now I have my Cooler Master High Performance, well, High Performance, if it is High Performance now, I don't know, but High Performance Thermal Paste. Now we're going to use this. You've probably seen this in the AMD Kaveri build we did. We were going to use it, and then we kind of changed our minds about it because, well, we were having trouble with these, but I feel I'll be able to get it right today. Now, you're going to want to put about a cooked size of a cooked grain of rice to be probably about that. As you can see, we have it's an Arctic Cooler 13. Here we go. It has 4 copper heat pipes, but you can see it's been used before with a little bit of thermal paste. Now the fan goes on this way, so if I was to, yeah, I think I might have it so that the air comes up. I'm gonna have an exhaust fan on the top, so that's not moving. Now, fan goes this way. Literally just clicks on. Oh, I hate putting this on there. You know what, I'm gonna put this on and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so as you can see, I have it on. Literally what it was I didn't actually have it clearing the bottom, that's all. But we checked it over and it seems to be on perfectly. I don't know why, but it was much easier to put on this time. I think we were trying to put it in while it was in the case before, and we did actually read some kind of reviews, and they said put it on while it's out of the case. But you know what, it's actually really heavy. When holding it normally isn't, but it looks nice on a just plain black. It's going to be in like this, and now I don't have to worry about it falling off. No, I won't be over talking though. Okay, so before this goes in the case, we're going to have to put in our RAM. Corsair Vengeance, 4 gigabytes, 1600 megahertz. Both of these are 4 gigabytes. I mean, it's 2 plus 2. So because this is here and this is not low profile, it's not going to fit in. We have to use A1 or A2 and B2. You can check that out by here. It says DDR3A1, DDR3A2, DDR3B1, DDR3B2. You're not going to be able to see it, it's microscopic, right? So if this goes on here. No. Now as you can see, there's a little notch in the RAM. There's a little notch there. And so this is just going to there and there. There. And that's your RAM installed. Right, so I actually found this one that was almost lined up, so now you can actually see it. So that's pretty much how you start tightening down the motherboard, I guess. Now, there's one here. And I'll do one more. I'll do this one here. There. That's pretty much how you put in your motherboard here. I'll do the rest off camera now. Okay, so as you can see, the motherboard's in. I'm not sure if this is actually a full ADX because it didn't come out to here. And well, I followed the standoffs for just take those off. And now I'm gonna put in my graphics card. We'll connect up my wires first, then put in my graphics card. And here are my 4 extra USB 2 ports. They'll literally just be going down here, like that, pretty much. But I'm gonna put these in last because it's messing with the audio and stuff. It's getting in the way, so they'll be going in last. But now I'm just gonna connect up my wires, and I'll be back to you when it's done. Okay, so we're pretty much done now. All I have to do is hook up our SATA. We have SATA power going to both hard drives. My 1 terabyte on the top. I have to connect this up, and I'm going to leave my 500 gigabyte unplugged because we're using the 1 terabyte as the boot drive this time. I formatted the hard drive last night, very late last night, and well, there was nothing I needed to save. And so now I'm going to do a nice fresh install, and then my 500 gigabyte will be used for games strictly, I think. And then the 1 terabyte will be these videos and stuff. As you can see, we have my exhaust fan here. We set the stock exhaust fan on the case. Now here you can see I just wanted a bit of color on my graphics card, and so I used 2 extensions. It might not work out for cable management, but I really like it. You can just see my 2 hard drives there, and I have my 4 extra USB ports here. If you check around the back, I'll move my chair out of the way. Sorry. There we go. 4 extra USB ports, and as you can see, my graphics card has 2 mini DisplayPort, 1 HDMI, and 1 DVI. There's my rear I/O, nice color coordinated, and as you can see, this is going to look really nice, and especially when the window's on it, because this up here is it's an LED fan, sorry, so it should shine down a bit. Sorry, I have hiccups. So I think it'll be alright. I have to put the front bezel back on and hook up my optical drive, but for the front we have a big, I'm pretty sure it's a 200mm fan. That comes stock with the case. It's huge though, it's like the size of my face. So that'll push enough air across here. The rear fan will bring this across, go up into here. It'll also be brought up into the graphics card. And yeah, well, I have everything else wired up except for the SATA. So I'll go and do that now. Okay, so we're just now installing Windows. Well, on the right side, I found out why my computer was so loud before. It's the Enermax TB Vegas fans. They are quite loud. That's with one of them in. So I'm going to need to invest in some new fans. But as you can see, here's Windows. We decided to use the 40-inch just so you'd be able to see it properly. So yeah, language, time and currency, keyboard or input method, United Kingdom. Press next. Install now. Okay, so we've put in the that code. Well, the dog scrolling. I'm going to accept the license terms and press next. Custom. There's one small thing I want to address about this PC is the price of it. Simply because our parts have been reused, it's hard to tell exactly what price it's going to be. It's going to be near enough to £1,000, I'd say, in or around. So I will have to do a little bit of research on that, but I'd say it's in or around £1,000. I have to say that cooler looks way nicer than my my water cooler I had before. Okay, so I'm gonna let this go and maybe come back when it says like getting finished. Well, the computer's literally just restarting. I was just about to press record and, well, it said restarting, but it's literally been like 5 minutes and it's completely copied every single file. And actually my father was going on for about 5 minutes saying, oh my god, it's flying, he's never seen it go so fast. But then again, it's an 8 core. It's just about up there with like an i7, with some of the i7s, probably mid-range i7s, but still it's good. But I really like the look of it. Anyway, this is the build done. Windows is installed. We had to reactivate Windows because this is the same Windows I've been using now for. It'll be a year now on Christmas. This will be. I think this is the second time we've had to reactivate it. So move out of the way of the cameraman. As you can see, the computer's back on my desk. I think I might have to fiddle around with those extensions so you can properly see them. Now I'm looking forward to playing some Grand Theft Auto 4. Can't wait till GTA 5 comes out on PC. I'm probably going to know like that. And I am going to probably edit this video either later on or tomorrow. So you will either have it tomorrow or tomorrow, pretty much. Also, before I end this video, I want to say, while we were installing Windows, I now notice the difference between a quad core and an 8 core. The 8 core went through in like copying the files like that. Anything I'm installing straight away. And also, I think I needed a fresh install because my internet speed is over twice as fast. In fact, I'm getting the full 200 megabytes of internet that we pay for. And, well, that makes my whole life easier. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, well then dislike it. And if you have any questions, leave a comment down below.